everyone. Welcome all to the Iron House Pick Show, NFL Edition Week 5. Week 4, not a bad week for your boy. Went 10-6. Had a couple losses here and there, So, little hooks and stuff catching me all the time, You know how I go. But, yeah, man, overall it's a pretty good week, man. Broke better than even. So I really can't complain too much, man. Please, if you would, get in that comment section. Friendly banter only. Do not be disrespectful to anybody, especially the host. Yeah, thank you. Anywho, also like and subscribe. It's highly appreciated. You got to get these numbers up, man. You got to get these numbers up. We talking good football. Like I said, I went 10-6 last week. 10-6 last week, man. Hey, 62%, nothing to shake a stick at. That's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. Let's get this bread together. All right? Like I said, y'all getting them comments, y'all might make me change my mind about a few bets. All right? Now, with that being said, let's get right into the meat and potatoes. Thursday night football. 49ers at Rams. Rams going off. It's a 7.5-point favorite. Total on this one is 45.5. Man, I tell you what, 7.5 is a lot, especially in a divisional game. The Niners, though, man, I tell you what, they just don't look all that great to me, man. All that great. I got to be honest. The Rams also should have lost last week to Indianapolis. Adonai Mitchell, man, poor kid, trying to do some goofy shit with the celebrations and all that good stuff, man, and he got caught slipping. Then he gets a holding call. They call back the long Johnny T run. It's a shame. Shame Colts lost that game. But I did have the Rams, covering that spread. But they should have lost that game. This one though, 7.5. I gotta go with the Niners here, man. I know the Niners are not, they're not what they used to be. Okay? But the Rams, honestly, aren't all that impressive to me. They really aren't. I think plus 7.5 in this one is kind of a steal. This is a divisional matchup. This could turn into like a 3 or 4 point game here. Either way, give me the Niners, man. Give me the Niners plus 7.5. Next game on the card. Sunday, London, man. Vikings overseas again. This time they're taking on them pesky Browns. Spread on this game is Minnesota, minus 3.5. Total, only 35.5. Hey, like they say, when it's that low for a reason. I ain't touching it. I'm not touching it at all. But I will sprinkle something on Minnesota minus 3.5. The fact of the matter is this: the Cleveland Browns defense is phenomenal. They really are. They can rush the passer. They got a good secondary. They just they do really, really, really good things on defense. The problem is they can't score the damn ball. They can't. And no touchdowns. I mean, when they score, they just find a way to get it. You know what I'm saying? Not in a good way. It is just, it's nothing nice with the Browns, man. It is nothing nice with the Browns. I gotta take Minnesota minus 3.5, man. It's only right. This game is probably going to be a low-scoring game because, like I said, the Browns' defense is pretty good. So, yeah, man. Give me Minnesota minus 3.5 here. Next game on the card: Raiders at Colts. Indy going off to 6.5-point favorite. Total on this one is 47.5. Like I just said when I was talking about the Rams last week, okay? The Colts should have won that game handedly, and they did not. This week, I don't think they'll have no troubles. Geno Smith is a turnover machine. You cannot turn the ball over to good teams. They're going to blow you out. They're going to blow you out. Look for Geno to throw another 2 interceptions in this one. That should be a prop. Look, thank me later, okay, if you take that on a prop bet. Because that's most certainly should be a prop. Geno Smith is a interception machine, dog. It is crazy. I got the Colts, man. I got the Colts by 2 scores. I really do. I like the Raiders on defense. I like their pass rush, Max is a dog. He really is. Genty's, finally coming along. He had a long run last week. Things are starting to get better for the Raiders. But Geno, man, they might have to sit him down, dog. They might have to sit him down, bro. They're not going to win nothing with Geno. He's trash. He is trash. Give me the Colts minus 6.5, man. Ain't going to waste no more time on that. Next game on the card. Giants at Saints, New Orleans. Going off. It's a 1.5 point favorite. Total on this one is 41.5. I might be overreacting here to last week's performance by Jackson Dart. I said on my video last week, if you watched, I like Jackson Dart coming out of college. He was one of the best quarterbacks last season in the NC2A. Really, really good quarterback. I thought they threw him in the fire last week against the Chargers. But he ended up coming out victorious. And I think the same happens here. The Saints are a different kind of trash. They are absolutely awful. I gotta say, I'm going Giants money line. On the road. Jackson Dart's first road start. I got to run with him. I got to run. The Saints don't do anything well. They don't. Only thing they do good is lose. And for our sakes, and for our wallet's sakes, that's a good thing. Because we can continue to bet on him to lose. Give me the Giants on the money line. Please and thank you. Next game on the card. Cowboys at Jets. Dallas going off as a 2.5 point favorite. Total in this one is 47.5. Reason why the total is so high in this game, and I say 47 is a high total for this game, because the Cowboys defense is really bad. Okay? The Jets might be able to be put up some points here, but let's be honest. The Jets are a trash fire. I mean, the mental errors that the Jets make from week to week are baffling. The Jets could possibly go winless if they don't right this ship, and they're definitely not going to write it against the Cowboys, man. Dak Prescott, as much as I hate to say it, being an Eagles fan, looks pretty good right now. He looks pretty good. He had some dropped interceptions on him that could have went the other way. But the fact of the matter is, he didn't. And the Jets are just, they're really bad, man. Breece Hall is a bright spot, but Justin Fields, man, he don't have time to throw the ball. He's always pulling it down and running. Poor Garrett Wilson, man. I mean, it's terrible. It's terrible over there, man. I'm pretty sure somebody's going to be requesting a trade sooner or later in that building, man. It is really, really sad. Give me the Cowboys minus 2.5. Easily. Next game on the card. Eagles welcoming in the Denver Broncos. Eagles going off as a 3.5 point favorite. 43.5 is the total. No, we don't have to waste a lot of time on this game, right? But we will. My team is my team, dog. My team is my team. I'm going with the Eagles, man. We already know what it is, minus 3.5. The Broncos had an impressive win against Cincinnati, but let's be real. Without Burrow, Cincinnati is terrible. They are, man. You got all that weaponry on that team, and you only putting up 3 points. Now, the Broncos defense ain't no slouch, but good God, man. 3 points this week, 10 points last week. I mean, it's terrible. Kind of feel bad for Cincinnati. You really do. But the Broncos, hey, got to get it how you live, dog. And they showed up and showed out. Now, the Broncos defense is no slouch, like I just said. Their team is no slouch. I like Bo Nix. Bo Nix, really, he be getting it off. He really do. But this week, he's facing a different monster. Okay, the Eagles' defense is primed and ready. Okay, we are good on every level. Only thing we, Eagles kind of struggle at is the pass rush. Our edge rushers are, we're down right now. We're down. When I say we, I feel like I'm a part of the team. You understand what I'm saying? Eagles pass rushers are null and void, so to speak. But that's not going to matter because our interior is. Us and Seattle, Philadelphia and Seattle, I should say, have the two best interiors in the league, if you ask me. AJ Brown, drama, but every time he does this, somehow seems to get the ball rolling. So I'm not really concerned with the offense too much. None of them played preseason, right? So hey, those 4 games were kind of the Eagles preseason. So they made it out of that, and I expect the offense to finally put together a complete damn game. Can the Eagles put together a complete game? I think they do it this week. I think this game is about to ass happening. Give me the Eagles minus 3.5. Next game on the card. Dolphins at Panthers. Miami going off as a 1.5 point favorite. Total on this 44.5. The Panthers, just when I thought they had something going, they tore the Falcons' ass off the bone. You hear me? Tore their ass off the bone. I thought they had something going good. And what do? The following week, go to New England and proceed to get curb stomped. My God. That was an ass whipping for the ages. Any way New England wanted to score, they scored. It was brutal. Absolutely brutal. The Dolphins coming off a good win, but they did lose Tyreek. I've never seen a man tear, anything and go off the field smiling. Maybe because he doesn't have the suit up for the Dolphins anymore. He's gonna ride his injury into the sunset. Who knows? But as far as this game is concerned, I gotta go with Miami here minus 1.5. Man, the Panthers are just. Both of these teams are a liability, but Waller looked really, really good on Monday night. The Dolphins' offense right now, and this was against a pretty decent Jets defense, kind of got things going. And I think this trend continues here because I think the Panthers are just an awful team. They're absolutely terrible. Look for Miami to cover the spread here. I'm taking the Dolphins minus 1.5. Next game on the card. Texans at Ravens. Houston going off as a 1.5 point favorite. Total on this one is 39.5. Yeah. This is tough. I don't know who to take here. Both of these offensive lines are terrible, right? As far as pass protection is concerned. Houston has better defense. They don't allow any points at all. Baltimore, on the other hand, their defense is an absolute sieve. Excuse me. The defense is not good at all. Jesus, Louises, man. They allow everything. They allow absolutely everything. I tell you what, I like the Texans in this one. I do. Lamar, he's out now, right? I'm pretty sure. I don't know if he's questionable or what. I didn't check no injury report. But if Lamar Jackson doesn't play, the Ravens don't have a chance. So if Lamar is out, I'm going to take the Texans minus 1.5 because I just don't think the Ravens stand a chance without 8 at quarterback. Those are the facts. That being said, we're not going to waste any more time on that particular game. Next game on the card. Titans at Arizona. Going to the desert to take on the Cardinals. Arizona, 7.5 point favorite. Total on this one, 41.5. Look at here. Another bad team. The Titans are deplorable. They are awful, man. Cam Ward got He does his interview. I don't know if it was post game or during the week. He does his interview and says we are ass. Anytime your rookie quarterback steps up like that, and he look, hey, I respected the fire coming from the young man. But anytime your rookie quarterback get up and say something like that, it's time to cut some, you know what I mean? It's time to cut some tape, bro. For real. It is. Shit is crucial in Tennessee, and they're going to keep losing. Arizona to me, is not a good team. They're 2-2. When they were a 2-0 team, I thought they were a little soft. 7.5. I think Arizona wins this game handedly. I really do. The Titans. I mean, defensively they're terrible. Offensively they're worse. I don't know how they're going to get points. Give me the Cardinals minus 7.5. Next game on the card. Tampa Bay going to Seattle. Seattle going off as a 3.5-point favorite. Total on this one is 44.5. I think that 3.5, just a little bit too much. Seattle was always a tough place to play, but Tampa Bay just seems to just hang around in these games, man. They're always hanging around. And more times than not, they win them. I like Tampa Bay to cover the spread here. I like Tampa Bay plus 3.5 in this spot, man. Like I said, Seattle's a tough out. Seattle is not sweet at all. Their interior is top 3 in the NFL. Sam Darnold is balling out of his mind right now. They are a good team. They really are. They can run the ball. But Tampa Bay is no slouch either, by any stretch of the imagination. I think this is going to be one of the better games this weekend. And I'm going to run with Tampa Bay to cover this spread plus 3.5. The total, I'm not touching that. Because it could get gritty up there in Seattle for both teams, man. Could be low scoring, could turn into a shootout and be an absolute contest that we all would, everybody in the world would enjoy. But hey, I see more grit than glamour in this one, man. And I'm going to take the Bucks plus 3.5. Next game on the card. Detroit going to Cincinnati. Spread on this game is 10.5, in obvious favor of Detroit. Total on this one is 49.5. I'll tell you what, this to me is the steal of the week. Cincinnati without Burrow, my goodness, they are really bad. Their defense is already terrible. Look, there's no way that the Bengals keep this game within 11 points. We could be staring down the barrel of a 45 to 6 kind of outcome in this game. 45 to 6 outcome. This could get vicious for Cincinnati. 49.5 is the total. The Lions might score that by themselves. This is one of them type games. I tell you, man, I don't know what the bookmakers were thinking when they did this, man, but 10.5 that's not enough, bro. It's not enough. This game is going to be a rout, and I'm here for it. Give me Detroit minus 10.5. I love it. I say again, I love it. Stone cold blowout, and I need to see all 60 minutes of it. Next game on the card. Commanders at Chargers. Chargers going off as a 2.5-point favorite. Total in this game is 48.5. I'll tell you what, both of these teams last week got caught in a look-ahead spot. They did. The Commanders went to New York, the Chargers went to New York and took an L. The game, it just felt like they were never in the game. It was one of them slow rolling, but the loss was, I felt like the loss was way worse than the outcome of the score. It just felt like the Chargers were never in it. Commanders went to Atlanta and got absolutely, they got their ass whooped. They got their ass tore out the frame. You heard me? I think The Chargers are going to win this game by 2.5 points, though. Commanders got to travel all the way to the West Coast. And let's face it, they haven't been good on the road this season. They traveled to Green Bay, got their ass whipped up there. They went down to Atlanta, got their ass whipped down there. Now y'all expect me to believe that they're going to go 3,000 miles away, play the Chargers in Los Angeles, and come out victorious? Nah, bruh. Give me the Chargers minus 2.5. Next game on the card. Patriots-Bills, Sunday nighter. This one's going to be a goodie. Who am I kidding? Spread on this game is 7.5. Total on this one's 49.5. Spread is 7.5 in favor of Buffalo. I think spreads, that hook always gets you. You know what I mean? The Bills didn't cover the spread last week against the Saints, but I said that last week in the video too, that they weren't going to do that. I ended up taking Buffalo on a team total and ended up getting the team total, but I said they wanted to fine-tune some things. And I think this is another game, even though it is a divisional matchup and the Patriots are better than what they used to be, I think this might be a game where the Bills still are trying to fine-tune some things, man. If this spread gets down to 6.5, I will gladly take Buffalo. But if it stays 7.5, I can't do it. I can't do it. Give me nothing in this game. I'm not going to play this game. Like I said, if it gets down to 6.5, I'll be on Buffalo's side. Hell, I might even buy a couple points and take Buffalo. The total, 49.5. I don't know if I touch that either. Again, probably a team total with Buffalo. I'll probably see some team totals with the Pats and see what they're looking like. Because Buffalo's defense, honestly, didn't look all that great last week either. So, but like I said, they could have been fine-tuning some things. But yeah, we're not going to waste any more time on that game. Next game on the card, which also happens to be the last game on the card. Chiefs at Jags. Kansas City going off is a 3.5 point favorite. Total on this one's 46.5. Let me say this. Jacksonville's defense is like that. Their defense is really like that. We were talking about, Trevor Lawrence having some struggles last week passing the ball. But I tell you, I in the show, I believe I went with the Niners. But I ended up winning, taking Jacksonville, because I thought 3.5 was too much for the Niners to cover. And I'm going to be honest, I think 3.5 is too much for the Chiefs to cover in this game. I like Jacksonville plus 3.5. I really do. Now everybody's all, they're hyped because, Chiefs got Worthy back, and then you got Rashee Rice coming back next week. I don't think none of that's going to matter, though. I don't think none of that's going to matter. Jacksonville's secondary is young, but they're good. Their pass rush is strong. Interior is good. I like Jacksonville here. Defensively, they're a monster. And I'm going to take them with the plus money. So give me Jacksonville plus 3.5, and I'm going to sprinkle some on the money line as well for the home team. Hey, with that being said, this is the end of the show. I'm Jay Irons. This is the Iron House Pick Show, and I'm out.